What's up everyone, welcome back to a new video on the channel. Welcome to some more Forza Horizon 5, and in today's video, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be showing you guys the best racing cars, on-road racing, like this, in C-Class. Now I've made a video already on D-Class, and I'm going to progress and I'll make another video over on B-Class and A-Class, and S1 and S2 for future videos. But for right now, we've reached C-Class, and I'm going to show you guys the best cars to use for on-road racing in this class. Starting off with this, the Sierra 700 RX. Now this is probably one of the most versatile cars, probably one of the best cars in this game overall for racing lower class. Like, it's just always there. Off-road, on-road, it's just always there. This is also in D-Class, but obviously the tune has changed for C-Class. It's also a little bit quicker, and it's just an unbelievably good car. Now for every single one of these videos, I will show you the share codes for them so you can try them out for yourselves. Now this, again, just like in D-Class, it's good for really, really tight circuits. So, let's bring it on a nice, tight little circuit, and we'll do one run with it, and we'll move on from there. Now, I'm taking this out on the Chihuahua circuit. Now this was a fairly tight track to test this thing out on. Is this where I tested it out the last time? I think it might have been as well. I don't even remember, to be completely honest with you. But I want to do a run on this track and have a quick little look and see what it's like. I'm pretty sure this thing is going to be ridiculous. I'm pretty sure this was the track that I tested out on the last time. It's going to handle the same. I feel like this is not going to change too much from the D-Class tune. It's just going to have like a slightly increased amount of power. The grip was crazy the first time around anyway. Like, the grip with this car is nuts. Like, I don't have to slow down for these corners. Maybe I should slow down. But I don't really have to slow down for these corners. That was just a terrible line for me. Until we get to like this corner here. Like, that is just so stupidly grippy. And again, it's just a bit of scaffolding on wheels. Like, it's just so good. I've been able to keep its speed up, and you just don't really have to do much. You just kind of just drive. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit quicker. If I remember correctly, when I drove this thing the last time, obviously in D-Class, you know, slower. I didn't actually have to lift off or anything for any of these corners. This time around, I do. For some of them, you can just stay flat out. Like this one, for example. Easy flat out corner. This next one, I think, could be a flat out corner. No, I lifted up a little bit. I lifted slightly. Got scared, alright? And we'll just do, like I said, one rolling lap and just to see what sort of time we can squeeze out with this thing. I don't even know where I was in the world before this. See there, maybe I should have tried to avoid the sliding a little bit. Kind of went a little bit too fast in it. Should have slowed down a little bit more. Run like this, go a little wide here. Slight lift off, so I can stay on the road. And I'm way ahead of the Mini already. I think I could probably squeeze like a slower or like a lower 59 seconds. I genuinely think so. Okay, there you go. There's the next lap. Try to improve my time a little bit. Squeezed out 1 minute dead. We'll leave it at 1 minute dead. I don't really want to spend too much on the same cars that I've shown in the past, because we all know how good they are. Even though the tunes will be slightly different compared to, obviously, the different class of car. But it's not going to be that different. They're still going to handle fairly similarly. It's just going to be like power related or weight related and stuff like that. I also just noticed, because I skipped really fast over it, the person that's my next rival on these events is actually the dude that sent me all the tunes. So big shout out to Dom, once again, for sending me over the tunes for all of these cars. These are all, like, world record / meta tunes for all of these. So, there you go. I'm 91st in the world. If I go to people on my friends list, there you go. He did a 58.9. So, like I said, low 59s, I think I can definitely do with this car if I just play a little bit more with it and I find a better line with it. Overall, it's a very sick car. He probably used the exact same tune as well. Or most likely, because, I mean, that is the tune that he sent me, for it being the best tune for this car. So there you go. It's possible to get in even the high 58s on this leaderboard. Very good tune. Try it out for yourselves. But yeah, let's move on to the next car. Now, back by unpopular demand, the Reliant Supervan. This is obviously a car that we've had in previous videos. Again, it's just too good. It's too good. It sucks. Like, it's hard to drive, but it's good when you get it going right. Okay, that's it. It's just good when you get it going right. So, there's actually two tunes for this thing. There's a rear-wheel drive and an all-wheel drive. Both of them should have been up on the screen so you guys can try them. I'm not a bitch, so I put the rear-wheel drive tune on just to try this one out instead. Ideally, what Dob said is that I should try and put on traction control for whenever I'm doing any sort of runs with these power build type tunes, like I did in the previous video with like the Forza and stuff like that. So I think traction control has to wait. Where am I going? I think traction control has to go on for this. I'm actually gonna put sim steering on as well. So traction control. Let's slap you on. So this is a little bit more enjoyable to drive and a little bit better. But the tunes are basically built for this thing to use traction control. Oh my god, it understeers so hard. Then again, like I said, this is more of a power build, which means it's got silly amount of power. It's made to handle corners okay-ish, but not fantastically. And this is definitely made for, like, you know, longer tracks. It's stuff that isn't like a crazy tight circuit, like the one we just drove, like the 2-hour circuit. So let's try and pick a different track here and go on that. Alright, I brought it on the aerodrome track, basically just a really long sprint, and I'm pretty sure this thing holds the world record on this track as well. So we'll have a look at that afterwards, after I get time with it. Oh, I should probably put on my braking line so I know when to start braking. I also completely forgot that this should also have ABS off. I think ABS off would probably work out really well for this thing. See, that's the thing with this thing. Taking corners is so bad. It's so bad, so bad, so bad. All right, let me do that. Brakes off. I prefer them like this. I feel like, especially for the single wheel at the front, it's just it feels a little nicer to drive. So as you can see, with traction control, it's a little bit handier. There you go, ABS off. I'm braking way too late still for these corners. It's so hard to drive. This is like a completely different car, obviously, to the Sierra. The Sierra is like so good around corners. This thing is just not that great around corners, but it'll have like a stupid acceleration, a stupid top speed. Like it's just good for that sort of stuff. That's why this is good for these less complicated tracks and tracks that have like a long straight and whatever on them. That's why I brought it out on this circuit. Or I immediately thought about this. Sorry, it's not even a circuit, it's a sprint. I immediately thought about this track when I loaded this car up, and I was like, surely it's gonna be good for this track. Like this is the one that you have to like use a power build to drive on, you know? Whoa, don't go sideways. And yeah, I basically immediately thought about it, and I was like, yeah. And then when I checked the leaderboards, as soon as I hopped on, and I saw a bunch of these at the top of the leaderboards, so I was like, yeah, this is the right place to test this car on. However, I did a horrible job at the start, like absolutely horrific, and I'm braking way too late for these corners. So braking line is recommended. Oh my god. Can I take this corner or do I have to slow down? No, we can take it. We can take it. Nice. Here, I think I might have to slow down. Kind of weird. Yeah, the lack of ABS is actually quite good. I feel like it's a lot better. If I slam on the brakes with ABS in this thing, it sucks. It'll keep sliding. Like, yes, it stops. Like, the way ABS works is your wheels lock up and then it'll start to, like, stop allowing them to lock up. So it'll allow, like, a tiny bit of slip and then they'll lock up again and stuff like that. Whereas if you do it without ABS and you find the perfect braking point, or like the biting point of your brakes before they fully lock up, if you can do that efficiently, then you'll have a better time than with ABS. And you'll be able to brake more efficiently and better. Alright, I squeezed a 240 with a horrendous start. I kind of want to see where I am though with this, because I don't really want to keep driving this all the time, because it's just a mess to drive. Which is why the next car is kind of an alternative to this car. Even though it's not going to be as good, but it is an alternative if you don't like driving this car. This is what Dom said anyways. I should put it as an honorable mention. Because it does actually hold a world record, but it's because people don't like using this thing. Which makes perfect sense why people don't like using the Reliant. Well, let me have a quick look at where I am in the world with it. Oh my god, Dom was my rival again, but he's like 7 seconds faster than me. Which makes perfect sense because it was a horrendous run from me. And I think I can do so much better, but I don't really want to go again because it's just going to take way too long. There you go. There's the top of the leaderboards. All Reliant Supervans. All of them. He's in 8th place with that. Manual with clutch, which makes sense as well, playing it with manual clutch. Then we have a bunch of other cars as well here. Of course, just scattered throughout. Wait, I'm 34th? I'm 34th with traction control on. And manual. But I think all of these are, right? Are they all traction control on? Yeah, yeah. All the ones at the very top are all traction control on. But they have ABS on. I don't know. I feel like ABS is probably good to have off. I don't know. People will probably say otherwise. I mean, these guys obviously do a lot better driving than me. But yeah. I'll take that, whatever that is. All right, let's move on to the next car, which is technically an honorable mention and could be a replacement to this car. And here it is, the Pug, the Peugeot 205 Rally. Very cool car. I think we've had a few of these in the past where I've driven these off-road and on-road, and they were both really, really fast and very, very good. So I like it, but like he said, this is definitely a car that holds a world record on the track, but that's just because people don't like driving the Reliant. So I'm gonna try and bring it on that track and see what I can do. So Los Jardins is the track that we should be going on, which is this one right here. And if we go over into C-Class and have a quick little look at the leaderboards, at the top, where we don't have cheated scores, we should probably be able to see a few of these pop up. There's a couple of them. As soon as you see the tag, the RFND tag, then you'll already automatically know that these guys are legit. So there you go. Manual clutch, 58 seconds. I don't know if those guys are the ones at the very, very top, but you still have this guy, Travis guy, and then yeah, there's a few 205s scattered about the place. Even the Sierra as well in here. But yeah, let's do a run with this thing on this track and see what it's like. I feel like this could be really, really good because I really enjoyed driving this car any other time. All right, let's try it out. I changed a few settings though, so I am now manual with clutch. I put a braking line on as well, and I got rid of ABS. Or sorry, I put ABS back on again. Oh my god, this thing's so good. This thing's really good for these corners. What the hell? Why is my ghost beeping at me? Bro, that's this kid. What? What the hell? It was so odd. Bro just starts beeping his horn right when I'm next to him. So weird. So weird. This is really good to drive, by the way, on this track. You can see why it holds the world record. It's so easy to drive, man. Yeah, but apparently this is what the car is that's being used on this track because people don't want to drive the Reliant. Apparently, that's what Dom said anyway. Continue lapping, we'll do one full lap. That's a rolling lap as well. Oh, really? Wait, can I go all the way back to the start so I don't waste the whole lap? Hopefully I can. I just need to slow down a little bit. I mean, I'm just trying to keep my speed up. I'm just thinking, you know, maybe if I just let it roll through the corners, it'll slow down enough for me to not have to brake, you know? That's alright. Not really the greatest runs, but that's not too bad. Still following that line. I'm not really braking where it tells me to brake either, though. Nice and smooth on the driving. I like it. I like it. Going from the Reliant to this thing is like a massive change in the way it drives. Like, it's just so easily controllable. Oh no. Okay, maybe avoid hitting those little posts in the ground. They slow you down so much. Jesus. That's mad. Yeah, I did one more run just for good measure. 102. Whoops. 102. Can I go faster? I think so. I think there's some of the corners where I slow down a little bit too much, but yeah, we'll leave it at that. Let's have a quick look where I'm in the world with it, and we'll move on to the next vehicle. Alright, Dom again being my rival. I made it to 219th in the world. Where is he at? With his 62nd. There you go. That's pretty much a time that you should be getting with this car if you keep playing with it. Not bad. Not bad. I like it. It's so much easier to drive than the Reliant. So much easier to drive. It's crazy the difference between this and that. But I think the Supervan is probably just straight up just faster on some of the tracks. But I think this is a track where this thing would probably dominate. I think the Chihuahua circuit might also be one that this car could be really good on. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's move on to a different build. Now, next up, we have the penultimate car, which is this, the Ford Mustang, the 1965 Ford Mustang. Now, this is another power build. However, this is built kind of specifically to be a crazy power build for the Goliath and the Colossus. So, those are the two massive tracks, obviously, in the game. And this will be the best car to use for those. I don't think there's anything else that's better. So, yeah, it's a ridiculously good car. We're not going to be trying it on any of those because they're just way too long. But we can play on a slightly shorter track, just like I did the last time. And we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot on something like maybe the first track here, like the Bahia del Plano, which is the one that I usually test my cars out on. It's gonna be good on this track. I don't think it's gonna be like meta on this track or something like that. Maybe it could be really, really good. But yeah, again, this thing, 1,000 horsepower, like 1,000 kilos, like it's got a 1-to-1 power to weight ratio almost. It's got a silly amount of torque. Like, it's just perfect for those sort of tracks. But like I said, we're gonna try it on this little short track, so we don't really spend way too much time on having to go with this thing. I think because this is a power build, I'm supposed to be using traction control on, so let's do that. I'm not gonna start driving around without it. I'm also, I don't know if I should play manual with the clutch. It doesn't really matter, does it? I don't really care, not much. It doesn't really bother me that much. I can do either or. It is slow. It's slow at taking off, obviously, because of yeah, it's slow at taking off due to traction control holding me back, obviously. Oh man, accelerating out of corners though. This is very good. Jesus. Whoa, 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 don't do that. Okay, it will want to step sideways. What car was it that I was driving? I think it was one of the Ford Coupes, right? It was one of the cars that I was driving on this track in D-Class, and it was like this. It's just like, try to control it so you don't send it fully sideways. Because even with traction control, it'll just end up, whoa, swirling about. I go sideways. Continue lapping, we'll do a rolling lap as well. Oh. Okay, I controlled it quite nicely. I started accelerating, I was like, oh no, this is going sideways. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. Careful now. Just be very careful with it. It's right at the very end when you start accelerating out of the corner and it starts to go a little sideways and you're getting closer and closer to the wall. It's where you start crapping yourself just a tiny bit. Like, just there. Just like that. You just have to be so easy with it. Okay, 56 seconds. Weird braking and gear changes from my end there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have enough fingers. Oh, way too far sideways. This is gonna be a horrendous time. I'm going too fast. I'm going way too fast for these corners. I'm not even making it. Or I'm not even staying on the road. That's mad. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't that far off. Again, only start accelerating when I'm facing in a straight line. Because it will make me step out. Much cleaner run this time around. Stop sliding. Stop it, car. Ease up with the sliding. I think this could be a good time. Yeah, 56.4. Alright, we'll leave it at that. I can't be bothered to just keep going over and over again. Lots of cheated scores, top the leaderboards. Probably end up seeing a Ford Mustang every now and then here. Not some Martin here. Oh, it's cheated. Never mind. I just looked at it and I was like, I didn't see what the actual thing was. There you go. Here's the Reliant Supervan being the OP one of the lot here. Where am I in the world here? 488. I'll take it 488. On the CRX apparently is better than the Ford Mustang on this thing. On this track, but yeah, we'll keep going. That was good from the Mustang. Now let's move over to the last car, which is apparently only good for one track. Now, for the final car in C-Class, we have this, the Porsche 550A, and apparently this is a meta for one track, just one, and it's the oval track. If you guys have played this game since the oval track got released, it's you'll know that there's a lot of different types of cars that people end up using on that track. Whoops. But there's very few of them that can do it just right, and this is apparently one of them for this track. I don't think I've ever done a run on this track in C-Class before, but we'll give it a shot and see what we can do with this car. I have no idea what to expect here. This is the first time I think that I've ever driven on this car on this track, so it's gonna be a little bit weird. Some of the higher end classes, obviously, we'll have stuff like the Brabham and all that. But on this, again, it's just it's weird. It is weird to just hop on and have this car just be good for one track, you know? And it being the oval track as well. So let's have a quick look and see what this thing is built like. Need to pick up a bit of speed. I think you need a very specific tune for this track though. I mean, this is nice. It, like, just stays gripped up. Continue lapping. A little sideways there. That was my fault. I don't know if I have to lift off, like, a lot or not. I mean, my driving line was horrendous for this corner specifically. Apparently, I think 7th is the best. I don't think I should really change from 7th gear. So slight lift to bring the car kind of closer to the inside and then just floor it out. And it does a good job at that. Yeah, look at that. It is silky smooth. Oh god. Oh my god, I got so close to that wall. There you go, that's what that corner should have been like on the other side as well. Go on. I don't think you can go like full pelt, like flat out the entire way around this this corner. Because I tried it, and obviously I started going really wide. But a slight lift, just slightly, like not even fully lift, just go from like 100% throttle to like, I don't know, like 60% throttle or something like that. We'll keep it at that, because it's just going to be annoying to just keep driving around the oval over and over again. But, yeah. There you go. That's what this car is good for. And this was all of the C-Class cars for racing on these tracks. You have variation of tight tracks, power builds for like longer tracks, and very specific cars as well, like the 205 Rally, and also this car as well for this track. Okay, well, that was fun. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course subscribe. Obviously, I'm going to continue the series off with B-Class, A-Class, and S1 and S2 and all that sort of stuff in the future. But for now, this was all of the C-Class cars on this game. The best racing C-Class cars on this game. Let's see where I am in the world, though, before we finish off here. I'm going to guess actually, I don't even know how many people have done this, because I haven't actually checked originally. So let's have a quick little look. Okay, I'm what? I got like 20 seconds or something like that? I should be fairly high up, right? I mean, I think you'll see some of these... is there anybody actually up? There's a lot of cars here. Oh, so I think the Celica apparently is very good. Here's a 550 as well. At the 19th spot. Here's another 550. So the Porsche 550. There's Dom. With his 550. He's the one that's sent me the tune, obviously. There's a few Celicas. I think from here on down is where all the legit times are. As soon as you start seeing automatic on these, I immediately like think, yep, cheated. Plus, again, these are not even like top of the class. Like this is 591, for example. But yeah, I think from here on down, I think most of these are legit. Maybe this one's cheated as well. Yeah, if you just start seeing automatics around here, then it'll be cheated. So I'm what? Am I top 100 at least? Oh, disappointed. Not even top 100. I'm disappointed. Nah, I'm not. I don't really care that much. Not after doing what, 4 or 5 laps. I have to obviously drive a lot better to do it. There you go. I'm 235th. Alright, we'll take it. We'll take it. Alright, thank you for watching, everybody, once again. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.